Welcome to a journey of understanding. Today we delve into the profound Buddhist concept. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. This principle, as mystifying as it may sound, is a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy. It originates from the Heart Sutra, a revered scripture in Buddhism known for its profound depth and brevity. This concept, though complex, is fundamental to understanding the nature of reality as perceived in Buddhism. It intertwines the physical and the abstract, the tangible and the intangible, in a dance of coexistence. It challenges our usual perceptions and pushes us to look beyond the apparent. It encourages us to question, to ponder, and ultimately, to comprehend the interconnectedness of all things. So let's set aside our preconceptions, open our minds to new understandings, and delve into the heart of Buddhist wisdom. Prepare to embark on a journey to understand this deep and fascinating concept. Where does this concept originate? It comes straight from the Heart Sutra, a crucial text in Buddhism. Let's dive into the Heart Sutra, a relatively short but profound text that holds a significant place in the vast expanse of Buddhist teachings. The Heart Sutra is a dialogue between two great bodhisattvas, Avalokiteshvara and Shariputra, wherein the former explains the nature of reality to the latter. The conversation delves deep into the concept of Śūnyatā, or emptiness, a cornerstone of Mahayana Buddhism. The Heart Sutra, despite its brevity, is a condensed expression of the Buddha's wisdom, a distillation of profound truths. It's a text that has been chanted, studied, and contemplated upon for centuries by countless practitioners across the world. It's a sutra that doesn't just theorize but invites one to experience the teachings directly. Now, the notion, form is emptiness, emptiness is form, is introduced in this sutra. It's not a riddle or a cryptic phrase meant to confuse, but rather a profound statement about the nature of reality. When Avalokiteshvara says, form is emptiness, he's encouraging us to see beyond the appearances, beyond the concrete and tangible. He's nudging us to recognize that what we perceive as solid and separate is, in essence, empty of inherent existence. On the flip side, when he asserts emptiness is form, he's pointing to the interconnectedness and interdependence of all phenomena. He's suggesting that emptiness isn't a void or nothingness, but rather the very fabric that allows form to manifest. It's a perspective that transforms our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In essence, the Heart Sutra is a mirror reflecting the profound truths of Buddhism. It's a sutra that challenges our conventional understanding of reality and urges us to experience the world in a radically different light. Through its teachings, it invites us to transcend our limited perceptions and awaken to a deeper, more profound understanding of existence. This sutra is the very heart of Buddhism, presenting us with profound truths. So, what exactly does form mean in this context? An excellent question indeed. In Buddhism, when we speak of form, we are referring to all that we can perceive both physically and mentally. Let's break this down a bit. In the physical realm, form includes every tangible object we can see, touch, taste, smell, or hear. It encompasses the mountains and rivers, the trees and flowers, our own bodies, and even the food we eat. But there's more to form than just the physical. Buddhism recognizes that our perceptions, thoughts, and feelings also have form. These mental phenomena shape how we experience the world. They color our perceptions and influence our reactions, much like a pair of tinted glasses would change how we see the world around us. So in essence, form is not just the physical matter that we can touch or see. It also includes our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Form is the tangible and the intangible, the seen and the unseen, the audible and the silent. Now you might be thinking, well, that's a lot to take in, and you'd be right, but it's also incredibly profound. You see, Buddhism teaches us to recognize that everything we perceive, everything we experience, can be classified as form. This recognition is vital because it allows us to understand that our perceptions and experiences are not fixed or absolute. They are changeable, mutable. They are influenced by a myriad of factors, both internal and external, and this understanding can be empowering. It gives us the ability to question our perceptions, to examine our experiences, and to realize that we have a certain degree of control over how we perceive and interact with the world. Form, in Buddhism, is not a static concept. It is dynamic, ever-changing, and deeply intertwined with our perceptions and experiences. It is a tool that can help us navigate the world with greater awareness and mindfulness. Form, thus, is everything we can perceive, both physically and mentally. Now that we understand form, let's explore emptiness. In the realm of Buddhism, the term emptiness might seem a tad confusing or even disconcerting. But fear not, it's not as daunting as it sounds. Emptiness, or Śūnyatā in Sanskrit, is a fundamental concept in Buddhism. Now, don't let your mind rush to the idea of nothingness or void. Emptiness is not about an absolute void or a nihilistic perspective. Instead, emptiness refers to the lack of inherent existence or independent reality of things. It's like looking at a rainbow. We see the beautiful colors arching across the sky, but if we try to touch it or catch it, we can't. Why? Because a rainbow doesn't have an inherent, independent existence. It's a result of specific conditions, sunlight and raindrops to be precise. Take away any of these, and the rainbow vanishes. Similarly in life, everything we encounter, people, objects, thoughts, emotions, they are all like the rainbow. They appear to exist independently, but they don't. They arise due to specific conditions and cease when those conditions change. This is the essence of emptiness in Buddhism. Emptiness is not a denial of existence, but rather an understanding of how things truly exist. It's like peeling an onion. As we remove layer after layer, we expect to find a core, an essence. But in the end, we find nothing. Does that mean the onion doesn't exist? Of course not. The onion is the layers. There's no separate onion beyond the layers. So when we talk about emptiness, we're not saying that things don't exist. What we're saying is that things don't exist in the way we generally perceive them to. They lack inherent, independent existence. They are dependently originated, arising and ceasing based on conditions. Emptiness, therefore, is the realization that everything lacks inherent existence. How then can form and emptiness be one and the same, you may ask? It's a question that has puzzled many, but the answer lies in the very heart of Buddhism's profound wisdom. Let's take a moment to consider a simple cup. It has form, it exists, you can touch it, you can see it. But what makes it a cup? It's the emptiness within it, the space that can be filled with tea, water, or coffee. The form and the emptiness are intrinsically linked. Neither can exist without the other. The cup's form is defined by its emptiness, and its emptiness is defined by its form. This is the unity of form and emptiness. They are not contradictory, but complementary. They are two sides of the same coin, two aspects of reality that coexist harmoniously. In this light, form does not exist without emptiness, and emptiness does not exist without form. Think about the world around us. The trees, the mountains, the oceans, they all have form, but they also have emptiness. The space between the branches, the hollows in the mountains, the depths of the oceans, these are all aspects of emptiness. Without this emptiness, the form would lose its meaning and purpose. This unity is not just an abstract concept, but a fundamental principle that permeates all of existence. It's in the air we breathe, the food we eat, the thoughts we think, and the emotions we feel. It's a dance of form and emptiness, an ever-changing play of existence and non-existence. So how can form and emptiness be one and the same? Because they are different aspects of the same reality. They are inseparable, intertwined, forever connected in a beautiful dance of existence. They are not opposing forces, but partners in the creation of the universe. In the grand tapestry of existence, form and emptiness intricately weave together. They are the yin and yang, the alpha and omega, the beginning and the end. Together, they create the world we know and experience every day. How can understanding form is emptiness is form affect our lives, you might ask? It's not just a philosophical concept, it's a life compass. When we grasp the concept that form and emptiness are not two separate entities, but rather two aspects of the same reality, we gain a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. We realize that everything we perceive is not isolated, but interdependent, existing in a constant state of change and flux. This realization can lead to a more compassionate life. If we understand that we are not separate from the rest of the world, we naturally develop a sense of empathy and care for others. Our actions become more mindful, as we realize the impact they have on the world around us. Moreover, accepting the transient nature of all forms can bring peace. We learn to let go, to accept change, and to live in the present moment. This concept is not just philosophical but also practical, guiding us towards a more mindful existence. We've journeyed deep into the heart of Buddhism today. We've navigated the profound waters of the Heart Sutra, discovering the duality and unity of form and emptiness. We've explored the nature of form, the tangible reality we interact with every day. We've then stepped into the realm of emptiness, a concept that challenges our conventional perceptions of existence. We've seen how these two seemingly opposing elements intertwine, creating a harmonious unity that underpins the Buddhist understanding of reality. We've also pondered on the practical applications of this concept, how understanding the interplay between form and emptiness can guide us in our daily lives, helping us navigate challenges with wisdom and peace. Indeed, form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. It's a concept that may seem daunting at first, but with contemplation, it can open doors to profound insights and tranquility. Thank you for joining this journey of understanding. May it guide you towards peace and wisdom.